First American Pope to welcome Hollywood stars to the Vatican for rare Holy Year audience. Pope Leo is seeking to bridge the gap between the Vatican and Hollywood. By the way, Hollywood, which is, of course, the witch's staff, is that a tool of the Vatican?
Isn't it, like you always say, it's Jesuit theatre?
It's Jesuit theatre.
All of them are trained in theatrics in any
Correct,
case.
yes. All the popes too. Some of the film industry's biggest names will have an exclusive audience with the leader of the Catholic Church Saturday. In this Jubilee year, by the way, is it a real Jubilee or is it a fake Catholic Jubilee?
Fake.
Fake. Has expressed his desire to deepen dialogue with the world of cinema, and in particular with actors and directors, the Vatican said in a statement. Now, it's just briefing them.
The plan has been there, especially if you watch Little Light Studios. This has been coming a long time. It's just probably going to kick up a notch after this get-together.
Now, this person is part of a system that the Bible calls Antichristos, Antichrist. That means to be in the place of Christ. Now, in this so-called Jubilee, was there an open door that is shut?
Yes, for a whole year.
In the sanctuary, was there a door that was opened and that was shut?
Yes.
Is he playing a role?
Exactly.
His timeline is somewhat different, but that's his game. He changed times and laws, remember?
Yeah.
So he's playing an open and shut door. What happened in a Jubilee, Martin? Things reverted back to the old system.
No, it should be, yeah.
What was it like in the Middle Ages?
They were ruling.
And if it goes back to the old system, what happens then?
Then if you don't want to fit in with that system, you will be sorted out.
You'll be sorted out. So the Vatican added that the Pope wants to explore how creativity can contribute to the mission of the Church and the promotion of human values. These are, of course, values for the common good and not values that have been prescribed in the scriptures, right?
And what was the mission of the church in the Middle Ages?
Correct.
You had to be part of them. Otherwise,
there was no salvation outside of the system. None whatsoever. So here we have this Jubilee having ended in this time period when there's a transition from a Francis Pope to a Leo Pope, who is also the Pope of Rerum Novarum, and also the Pope that has to implement it, which means that Sunday law must be on his agenda, because that's part of Rerum Novarum.
Yeah.
He's finishing the job that the previous Leo started.
so Pope Leo the 13th was the first siege.
1888.
Yes, and Pope Leo the 14th will be the second siege.
Yes, it's the same power. It's Rome. It's Rome. Did they use the trade unions?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. So, what does the National Catholic Register have to say? Why 2026 will be the year of Leo? Fascinating, huh? While 2025 will forever be remembered as the year of the Catholic Church got its first American Pope, 2026 is likely to be the year that he begins to fully make his mark. Do you think he's going to implement a mark of the beast via his lackey, his proxy?
I think the table is set.
Okay. Most notably, the U.S. bishops plan to consecrate the nation to the Sacred Heart of Jesus ahead of the 250th anniversary of the American funding. By the way, this is a totally pagan idea, the Sacred Heart issue. It's also the Sacred Heart of Mary. He's not going quite so far. He's consecrating it to the heart of Jesus. It's basically consecrating it to obedience to the Catholic Church.
I think, yes, because I think you can say, if I'm correct in thinking so, that they've distanced them a little bit from this Mariology, but that is to become more acceptable by the Protestant.
Correct, because in his other homilies, He's making it quite clear that he's subject to Mary.
100%.
All right. So what does that mean? Even while overall levels of religiosity continue to fall, stories of young people drawn especially to Catholicism and its more traditional devotions and liturgical expressions have seized both secular and Catholic attention. The recognition of an American saint would be a fitting highlight for a year said to be marked by both the consecration of the country in its 250th anniversary year and the full-fledged reign of the first American Pope. Martin, that is a mouthful.
That statement at the end, for instance, puts him above King Trump.
Correct. Because the spiritual sword is higher than the secular sword. Now, an American saint, it would be very good, Martin, if this saint were an IT man, right?
Yeah.
So maybe you can get an indulgence if you follow some tweets again. So, Martin, this is a very interesting statement. So I'm getting very interested in this 250th anniversary. And Donald Trump has made it quite clear that this is the starting point of a new era, a golden age for America.
Do you think it is coincidence that he's the president at this stage?
No, it was planned that way.
It must be.
It was planned that way. So the 4th of July, actually, we can take that a little bit further because the actual signing took place a little bit later. But round about this day, end of July, we can expect some amazing things with a consecration to basically the papacy.
Yeah, that's what they say here. Full-fledged reign of the first American Pope.
The first American Pope. So that's not chance either. The devil is playing a very interesting game here. The table is set. So if it's a full-fledged reign, then he must make his mark.
Yes.
Now his mark, according to their own definition, is the change from Sabbath to Sunday because it affirms the authority of this power over and above the Scriptures.
Yeah. That's putting him firmly as Antichrist.
That is the most blasphemous statement ever.
Interesting as well, the young people are more traditional Catholics.
Yes.
Pre-Vatican II.
Because they've never really been exposed to the Scripture.
No.
They've been exposed to exactly what it says there, traditions and liturgies. Tradition and liturgy doesn't cut it. In vain they worship me, teaching for doctrine the commandments of men. And Martin, it's important that the church becomes prominent and that action is taken against any irreverent action towards the church. Yeah. So I'm wondering whether these things are planned when they storm churches, for example.
Well, do you think the woke, the emergence from 2020 on till now was planned? Or
of course it was planned.
Then obviously all these other things must also fall in place.
Wasn't Biden a very faithful Roman Catholic?
Yeah.